Hello everybody, I hope you are well, and in this video I would like to speak to you about a nice way and shorter way to write your constructors in TypeScript. The name is constructor parameter properties, and you have something similar in different languages such as PHP 8, where the name is constructor property promotion. In TypeScript, the name is constructor parameter properties. Sometimes you might also see the name, the concept named as TypeScript Constructor Shorthand, which is like a shorter syntax. And when you use that syntax, it helps your code, at least in my opinion, to be cleaner, more readable, and of course more concise. So let's dig directly into this. I will just open VS Code here, and here I'll just quickly do that, a new file. The name will be shorthand constructor.ts. Perfect. So let's say we have a class user, and here I will have my constructor. Okay, perfect. So I have my constructor. All right, here nothing really special. And I have my properties, so my class members. So one, it will be ID, it will be a string. And let's say I have name, also a string, and then another one, private, age, it will be a number. And there we will have string ID, and then it will be a string, and then I have, so string ID, I'll just do the opposite, the other way around, name, a string, and then age. Perfect. And then again, that's with the traditional syntax. So I think I have my alarm ringing now. I will have to stop it, but I prefer to code instead. So you see, we just assign all of the properties, ID, name, and age. That's it. And then I close my class. Beautiful. With the new syntax, however, you mention the access modifier right here, private ID, and then private like this, which is the beauty of that syntax. So there, age, awesome, and private age. Beautiful. And I felt a little bit confused because here my IDE VS Code is mentioning, oh, this is an error. But actually, this is not an error. And this syntax is completely valid in TypeScript. So yeah, that's it. You see, you have a beautiful, elegant code where you don't need to declare your properties, so your class attributes, before. You just mention them there, and you can even have, if you want to have them read-only, that's fine too. You can have private if you prefer. It depends if your attribute needs to be private, but if it's public, then you would have public read-only, because when it's public, we don't want, outside of our class to have properties to be changed without us to control this. This is the main concept of encapsulation in OOP. Now we can actually test side of the TypeScript playground. Let's paste our code. So that's the one. All right. I have found why there was an error, because it sounds like, as you can see, the error of the compiler, that it's a normal function, but it's a constructor. And actually, what I did, I have made a typo. Yes, I did. Constructor, you see, and no, constructor with a C. So I have missed the C there, Beautiful. And you see now even VS Code understands it. It didn't understand it before because of that typo. Now it's fine. So now we can run it and we don't have any errors. So we can have read-only if we wish to. We can have here. So if we want to change read-only up to us whatsoever, and then we can do const user equals new user. If I have a read-only, that's okay. Read-only, perfect. And then I need to mention this there. It will be ID to be, oh yes, it's a string here. So 14, or maybe I can do like Pierre, it's like a username. Then it will be name, it will be Pierre Henry, and age 24. And then I can have a function here, I can have a get name, and this one will return a string. It will be return name, this dot name, of course. And then I can have another one, get age. Oh yeah, actually it's the same name. So user name, or you know what I can do? If it's a read-only, I could do like this. Or if I don't want to use the special getters and setters from TypeScript, I can just do get name and we have public. That's also another option. And that way we do like this. Public with the access modifier, get age. That one, it will return a number, return this dot age, perfect. And the last one, public get ID. And this one is a string, or maybe I should change it. No, that's fine, especially if we use UID later on. Return, perfect, return this dot ID. Awesome, we are all set now. We can run it again. Beautiful, we don't have errors. And here, user get age. And that one we can do a console log like this. Let's run it. 24, beautiful. So now I can do user dot get name. We do const user name equals, perfect. And here console log. I will zoom in a little bit so you can see better. Username, awesome. And here if I run it, you see, that's it. And it's always nicer that way rather than with the traditional way without this shorthand. If we still do public read only age number, imagine, and then we have to do like that, this dot age, and I still need to mention age here, number, and then this dot age equals age. We can have both flavors, although it's not recommended because it's quite messy, but you can obviously have, declare a property. Sometimes we have to, if it's not possible, like if we want to have a default. Sometimes when we have a default value, if it's an object, although with TypeScript, I'm not sure. With PHP, if it's like a default object, you need to mention as a traditional way of declaring the property. So here to be, but I'm not sure with TypeScript. But I don't recommend to have both flavors. So let's remove that. We don't want to have this ugly way of doing this. And here we'll do again and read only because I want to, but you could also have like private if you wish to, because public read only, it means we don't need the getters. So what I did here, because it was public, I can obviously do just h. I don't need a function. I can just do like this. And same here. I can just do him like that. It's read only, so I can't do this. So if I try to reinitiate the value, it won't work, since it's read only. It can only be assigned once during the declaration. So here in the constructor, only being assigned once, but not a second time. Perfect. And that's it. I hope this video helped. I wish you all the best coding in TypeScript. Please use this syntax. I think it's much nicer, much cleaner, and let me know what you think about it.